Okay guys, so here we go. I have got the DT project that I did for Artymaze. This is using the Bohemian Style Digital kit. I'll pop all the links down below. And I absolutely loved making this. It is absolutely gorgeous. The kit was fantastic. A little bit out of my comfort zone to begin with, but once I started using it, it was fantastic. I've printed them all out on tea stain paper. Because I like that sort of like, it mutes it down just a little bit, which keeps it more in sort of like my style that I like to use. But it was absolutely fantastic. So what I did, the closure that I did was a little snippet roll. So I've used up some of the fabrics that I've used in the kit, in the file folder, and just popped all the little bits that I had left over onto here. So I thought they came out absolutely gorgeous, so I'm really pleased with that. I love that. Right, so here we go. The images are beautiful. So this one I've used the actual gypsy lady on here, and I've used some trim. I've made a lovely little pocket here, so it looks very gypsy because it's like a little, looks like a little scarf with some beads on. And I've got the trim here, and then I've made a little journal in the front, so that's a little pocket. These are some envelopes that come in the kit. I've actually backed two together. I put two together, so on the inside you've got lovely images as well. And I've just made that into a little notepad with a lovely little flower on there. So that goes into the front. And then this opens out like this. I'm hoping I'm in shot, so I will do some close-ups and put some pictures on the end of the video if it's not close enough for you, but it's quite difficult because it's so big. I can't get in too close. So here we go. I've made a little pocket here, and then we've got a little postcard to pop in there. I've backed them all with paper. These all got lined paper on it, so it just gives them a little bit more thickness so you can write on. This one I've actually made a little pocket here, made a little notepad like that, so that's using some of the papers and a little bit of trim on there. And then I've got some lace here. This is off an old skirt that I got from a charity shop, which is pretty, which I think went really well. The colours, I think this colour goes really well with it. This is like a little snippet that I've made on here and sewn on. Here's one of the pockets that you get. I'm going to pop a little ticket on. So I've got a pocket on a pocket, and that's one of the images. And then here, look at these, they're absolutely gorgeous, really lovely. So they're all ready to do all your journaling on, and beautiful papers at the back. Look at that, lovely paper. So that goes in there. And then this is like a little flip up. And then I've got some of the tickets that were in the kit. I've used those as dingly danglies, and I've just popped a bit of lace. So these are all on bulb clips. So this just flips up and hides those, which I thought was quite nice. I've made like a little rosette flower on there with a dingly dangly. This is a double pocket. And then I've got some more of the journaling cards here. You get so many, they're lovely. So I've got some sari silk on there, which just to line the pocket on there. Look at the lovely papers, beautiful. This one would even go sort of if you did like a beachy theme journal. I thought this would look lovely because it's just beautiful colours in it. So that goes in there, so that's lovely. So that flips over, and then we open up the inside bit. Pop that in there. And then on this side we've got another little flip up here with some journaling cards in. Look at these, absolutely gorgeous, beautiful, really lovely. These would make lovely covers for front of journals. So if you made lots of little journals, they were beautiful. So I've got some sari silk on here as well, and little snippets there, so they pop in. And beautiful pink paper, so it's all sort of like the paisley look, and it looks gorgeous. I've got some little beads down there, dingly danglies, and a bit of the trim. And then we open up this side in the middle, and look at the papers, are lovely. I don't like covering them up because I thought that looked really nice. So I've just dotted 2 little folders either side. So I've actually attached them to the journal, to the file folder. So this one opens up. I've made a little pocket here, so we've got another little journaling space there in the pocket, so that you can put lots of little bits and pieces in there. And we've got the little tab on there, little bits and pieces. And then the closure, I've just actually popped it a little paper clip on the bottom, like so. So that just holds it down. So when it's up, it just like dangles down. And then, oops, this one I've got a bit of lace for the fastening, and then just what this opens up like that. So I've got a little pocket here with some little journaling bits and pieces in. This is just a little bit of the leftover paper, and that's one of the boho girl sayings on there, so they go in there. And then I've got a little notepad here which I've got the belly band to hold it on with. So we've got some nice tea stain paper, then we've just got a little bit of the snippet on there to hold it down. It's pretty. So that goes on there, it folds up, and then I've just popped a pocket in there, so when you close it up you can't see the pocket. It's like a hidden pocket with a beautiful image there as well. A little bit of fabric on there, so that closes up, and then we tie it together in a little bow. So that's nice. And then this side here I've got this is a nice long little journal on here, which I've actually sewn into the whoopsie daisy into the file folder, and I've used up some of the little bits of paper from the cut-offs here and made like a collage on there with some fabric and a lovely little gold flower, little dingly dangly on there. And then behind it I've made an envelope. This is from one of the pages from one of the sheets on here, look. So that looks nice. And then I've just made a belly band inside. So we've got inside, I've got a couple of little images and then the postcard on there. So you can pop quite a bit in that one because that's quite big. And then I've just attached it here with a nice big paper clip. So that goes on there. So this folds up again. And that goes underneath. Oops, actually, let's just do this side. So here I've got another pocket, and I've got a lovely little tassel here. This is made with sari silk and some gold thread. And then we've got these lovely, lovely big tags. Now these are gorgeous. So I've just popped some trim at the top of these, like that. So they pop into that pocket there. And then I've made like a little belly band, I suppose, so it slides through, so you can pop bits and pieces through. And then I've just made a snippet on here with all sorts of little bits and pieces on there, all the bits of trim. So I thought that was lovely. And then we turn over to the back, and on here I've got another pocket, which I've made a pocket out of postcard. I've got a little dingly dangly there, and that's part of an old earring with some trim on here. And we've got another three beautiful big tags, which are absolutely gorgeous, really, really lovely. And I've just added some trim at the top on there, so they're nice and bright and colourful. And then we've got some more dingly danglies made out of the tickets and the bowl pins. Bit of sequins on there, a little bit of gypsy chain down there, and then I've actually got a journal in there as well, so that's a nice big pocket in there, and the papers are absolutely gorgeous, really, really lovely. So I've made this journal. So I've got some, let's just get these dingly danglies, I hope you can see, look, lovely little bits and pieces. So I've popped them on with the tabs here, pop little eyelets in there to hang them off. And then we've got the journal. So this is quite plain. I haven't added anything in. I've only added the papers here and some dingly dangly. So you've got lots and lots of journaling room in here. So lots of different pages in there, which I think looks lovely. So if you wanted to add, look at that, beautiful. I've just added the middle bit, some little dingly danglies there. So there we go. So then we've got lots of little bits and pieces on there, all the pages. I can't remember how many pages are in there, but I will pop it down underneath. So I thought that looked really, really lovely. So I didn't make it too thick to go in there because we have a lot in the actual file folder. So there we go, guys. That is what I've made out of the lovely Bohemian Style Digital papers from Artymaze. I hope you like it. Well, thank you for joining me, and please do go and have a look at her Etsy shop. I'm sure a majority of you already have. You know Artymaze. She makes some beautiful digital kits. And there we go. All right, well, thank you for joining me. You have a lovely week, and I'll see you soon. Bye-bye.